Long ago, in a time when the earth was young, there lived a man who defied the ordinary path of life. His story is both mysterious and inspiring. His name was Enoch, and he was one of the very few who never tasted death. How did this happen? What made Enoch so special? Let's uncover the incredible journey of the man who walked with God.
Kindly take this moment to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Enoch was born into the lineage of Adam, the first man. He was the seventh generation from Adam and the great-grandfather of Noah. While the world around him grew increasingly wicked, Enoch stood out as a beacon of righteousness. He lived at a time when people lived long, and though life was long, most strayed from God's ways. But Enoch was different. Genesis 5:22 says, Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years. Imagine that. 3 centuries of living in total obedience, in close companionship with the Creator of the universe. Enoch didn't just believe in God, he walked with him, which means Enoch had a deep personal relationship with the Lord. Hebrews 11:5 tells us, by faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. His faith was so strong that God decided to spare him the pain of death. What did it mean to walk with God? For Enoch, it was a life of prayer, humility, and unwavering faith. His conversations with God were frequent, deep, and intimate. He did not conform to the ways of the world, but instead lived in alignment with the divine. But Enoch was not just a faithful man, he was also a prophet. Jude 1:14 says, Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about them. See, the Lord is coming with thousands upon thousands of his holy ones. Enoch had visions of the future. He saw the coming judgment on the ungodly and the eventual return of the Lord. He wasn't afraid to speak out against the sin and corruption of his generation. In the midst of a world lost in darkness, Enoch stood like a blazing light, warning of what was to come. His message was simple but profound. God is coming and he will judge the earth. Then came the most incredible moment of Enoch's life, the day he left the earth. He had walked with God so closely that one day he simply disappeared. Genesis 5:24 captures this moment of wonder. Enoch walked faithfully with God, then he was no more, because God took him away. Imagine what it must have been like. One moment, Enoch was walking on the earth, talking with God as he always did, and then, in an instant, he was taken up, swept away into the presence of the Almighty without facing death. The people around him must have been bewildered. Where is Enoch? They must have asked. But he was gone, taken to be with the Lord forever. Enoch's story leaves us with one powerful question. What does it mean to walk with God in such a way that death itself can't touch you? His life teaches us that when we live in close relationship with God, we step into something extraordinary, something that defies human understanding. The legacy of Enoch encourages us to pursue a deeper walk with God, not just in words, but in actions, faith, and obedience. Hebrews 11:6 sums up this life-changing message. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. Enoch's story is a reminder that we too can live a life that pleases God, a life so full of faith that it echoes throughout eternity. So how will you walk with God today? And so ends the story of Enoch, the man who never died because he walked so closely with God. What will your walk look like?